Morning. Sorry guys, I just don't seem to have had a good time to do a video. I think YouTube says I did the last one week ago, but I swear it's longer than that. Let's see, Boris is swanning about. He's recommending vaccine passports now. I swear, I'll say it now, none of these politicians have had any vaccinations. I swear on my life. None of them. They're all liars. And him and his mates swanning about at Wimbledon and G7 and ASCO. No face masks, no social distancing, nothing. Scrap all that, guys. They're all liars. It's all been a con job. Why will become clear in the presence of time. Presence of time, path of time. But just scrap it, guys. Go back to normal. Right. YouTube helpfully informs me the last one I did was more corrupt coppers 6. So this has been more corrupt coppers 7. Plenty to go. 2 police officers, Metropolitan Police, using excessive force, sacked. Well, we know they like giving people a kicking, don't we? And then lying about it. Sergeant Darren Dearling, Metropolitan Police. Indecent images of children. I mean, you can't... I don't think there's 6 months suspended for that. Wow. Now I knew a guy who I was at school with, and he faced a very similar charge, and he went to prison for about 6 months, I think. There you go. Commit any crime you want. Andy Easterby, Yorkshire Police, dangerous driving whilst naked. Bit too many hallucinogenics was that, mate. Because we all go driving whilst we're naked, don't we? Jailed for 6 months. It does show up the slightly bizarre side of human nature, doesn't it? PC David McGarry, Metropolitan Police assault and misconduct, awaiting sentence. Still in 2011. This one does jump forward. I've a feeling perhaps that these ones going back to the time of the last list, similar time, were possibly collected after the last list, sort of the ones remaining, as it were. Because I've noticed this one, I think, does go forward to 2021. So there will be a jump at some point. PC Hannah Quince, Bedfordshire Police, misconduct, tipping off suspects, jailed for 15 months. A few quid in the back pocket, no doubt. 4 police officers, West Midlands Police, stole cash from street beggars. Suspended. There is no depth to that. How? Well, they stole my phone, didn't they? Never gave me a receipt. Said they could do it for, like, because it was special circumstances or something. I can't remember what they said. They came out with some rubbish excuse. Then took 5 months to send it back. Thankfully, they tipped me off, so I ignored the knock at the door. Because I didn't want it. Because it would have piggy disease on it. Stole cash from street beggars. Inspector Toby Day, Leicester Police, murdered his wife and daughter, seriously injured his 2 other children, and then killed himself. Committed suicide. What can you do with that, PC Sean Jenkins, Gwent Police, had sex whilst on duty, sacked. Now, wasn't there a case of one of the armed police officers did that quite recently, in the last 3 or 4 years? And he kept his job. I'm sure there was. Police officer, Metropolitan Police, sexual assault, sacked. CSI, crime scene investigation, you know. Ian Williams, North Wales Police, inciting a child to commit sex. God, 12 months suspended. What is wrong with them? Magistrate Rashpal Channa, Nottingham, killing a 2-year-old child. Is that one of those honour killings, is it? We talk about? I'm just guessing by the name. Jailed for 4.5 years. Inspector Russell Drew, Nottingham Police, sex with a 13-year-old girl, jailed for 6 years. Inspector. I mean, these people are supposed to be the pillar of the community. Okay, a PC does something wrong because he's 21 and he's stupid and doesn't know any better. Inspector. Detective Sergeant Trevor Gray, Nottingham Police, rape, appealed and acquitted. No, the judge did, you mate. P.O. Police officer? Dunno. Oh, prison officer, Gavin Isaac, HMP Peterborough, smuggling drugs into prison, jailed for 5 years. Oh, this bloody screen. Yes, not really the job of a prison officer to smuggle drugs into prison, is it? Nigel Cranswick, South Yorkshire Police, £300 million fraud. Jailed for 10 years. 300 million? I don't even want to know. Chief Inspector something, there's no name. Metropolitan Police, guilty of misconduct, drugs / sex. Sacked. Is that one of these that's running a brothel and doing drug deals on the side? I don't know. 3 police officers, Hampshire Police, guilty of misconduct, received written warnings. Yes, which will come off their file in 6 months' time, as if they've never done anything wrong. PC Ian Reynolds, Suffolk Police, indecent images of children, jailed for 9 months. It's every 5 offences, isn't it? I think, on average. Sergeant Melanie Ernest, South Wales Police, guilty of harassment, 2-year prohibitive order. From what? I don't know. Whether she lost her job, I don't know. 6 police officers, Metropolitan Police, guilty of misconduct, demoted / reprimanded. In other words, they had to buy the first round down the pub that night. Police officer, Metropolitan Police, guilty of misconduct, sacked. PC Gareth Roscoe, Greater Manchester, charged with sexual assault, found not guilty. 58-year-old PC, no name, Metropolitan Police, misconduct in handling 999 calls, sacked. Do PCs handle 999 calls? I thought they had all civilian staff to do that now. PC Craig Arnold, Merseyside Police, charged with dangerous driving, found not guilty. And PC Mark Wilkie, Bedfordshire Police, sending explicit text messages. Jailed for 3 years and 4 months. And what do you want to bet? It was to someone under 16. Or 18. What's the age of sexual consent? I don't know. I think it's 16, isn't it? What do you want to bet if it's to someone under 16? Oh! I'm tired anyway. This just wears me out. Right. Try and have a good day, won't you?